Hey, what's up, everyone? Today, I'm sharing a workflow hack that is going to save you massive amounts of time. If you record long tutorials or course videos, we have all been there where you are recording a deep walkthrough and suddenly you cough, lose your train of thought, or just stumble over your words. The instinct is to stop recording and start over, but real talk, that just kills your flow and makes everything feel forced and robotic. So most creators just keep the cameras rolling, planning to fix those little flubs and awkward silences later in the editing room. And that is a totally solid plan, except for the fact that the typical way of cleaning up footage is a massive time sink. You know the routine. Import the footage, scrub to the mistake, hit the cut tool, delete the bad bit, and then nudge everything back into place. It seems like a small task, maybe just 2 seconds here or 3 seconds there, but that repetition adds up to hours of lost time every single week. Multiply that over months, and you are basically wasting days of your life on microtasks that honestly could be automated. So here's the shift in mindset. Instead of manually slicing and dicing every single flub, you need to find a smarter way to handle your post-production. You can absolutely still use classic professional editing tools like Premiere, which are powerful, but the bottleneck isn't the precision cutting. The real bottleneck is identifying which segments to keep, trimming out the dead air, and turning one long take into dozens of shareable clips. That is exactly where Vizard comes in, and it is the reason I have been leaning on this tool so heavily lately for my own projects. Let me walk you through the problem and the better solution, just like we were sitting side by side at my editing desk. First, consider the old method. You open your timeline, hunt for mistakes, cut in, cut out, drag, and then repeat that process endlessly. Sometimes you use a lift or extract feature to avoid gaps. Sometimes you use ripple delete, and sometimes you jump into the waveform view to spot silences. It is functional and gives you total control, which is honestly unbeatable when you are polishing your final cut for a professional project. But if your goal is to publish more, repurpose a long tutorial into 20 snackable clips, and actually hit your social schedules without dread, manual editing is just too slow. Now, let's talk about the modern method, uploading your long video to an AI-first tool that actually understands where the value lives in your content. Vizard scans the entire video, finding high-energy moments, strong hooks, question and answer segments, and natural breaks where viewer attention spikes. It doesn't just chop at silences, but instead it surfaces the specific moments that people actually want to watch and engage with. Then it generates ready-to-post clips optimized for Reels, TikTok, and Shorts, complete with automatic captions and perfectly adjusted aspect ratios. Instead of spending minutes per mistake, you save tens of minutes because the system has done all of the heavy lifting for you. What I really like about Vizard, and this is where it differs from other basic auto editors, is 3 specific features that change how you work. First, the auto-editing of viral clips is a game changer because the AI ranks parts of your video by engagement potential, rather than just cutting randomly. It outputs clips that are formatted and trimmed, which is perfect when you have a 40-minute screen recording and want 10 snackable takes without thinking hard. Second is the auto-schedule feature, which means you don't have to download every clip and manually queue them up in multiple different apps. Just set your posting frequency like every day at noon, and Vizard will handle the scheduling for you, keeping you consistent without the headache. Third is the content calendar, which serves as your central control panel to see what is queued, adjust captions, or swap thumbnails. It gives you that set it and forget it vibe while maintaining total oversight, which is exactly how a busy creator should be working. When you compare this to other tools, you realize why this stands out. Some platforms just cut silence, which isn't the same as identifying what is actually viral. Others are great at transcripts, but transcripts alone don't equal virality, and you still have to do the work of choosing the best clips. Scheduling tools are fine for queuing, but they don't create the clips for you, so you are still doing the heavy editorial lifting beforehand. Vizard sits in a nice middle ground. It is smarter than a simple cutter, faster than full manual editing, and way cheaper than outsourcing to an agency. It does not mean you give up creative control. You can review every single clip, tweak the start and end points, or change the caption. Think of it like having a junior assistant who combs through your footage, highlights the best bits, and lines up the post for you. To give you a practical example, I recorded a 20-minute tutorial recently that had a few awkward pauses and a couple of tangents. Normally, I would spend 20 or 30 minutes just cutting the bad parts and then an hour figuring out how to make clips for my social media channels. With Vizard, I uploaded the file and the AI returned a handful of clips that nailed the hooks, plus a stack of shorter clips for quick stories. I spent maybe 10 or 15 minutes reviewing and polishing, and then I set the auto schedule to publish content for the next 2 weeks. The total time saved was about an hour, and the reach potential was way higher because the clips were perfectly optimized for each platform. Another real benefit is discoverability, because sometimes you don't even know which line in a long talk will actually resonate with your audience. Vizard surfaces those moments based on cues and patterns it has seen across thousands of other viral videos, That means you might find absolute gems that you would have never manually sliced out because you didn't think they were special enough. A couple of notes on using it so it feels natural and not like an automated ad. Don't hand everything over to the AI blind. Use the tool to generate options and then pick and tweak what matches your voice, because the best output is always a mix of machine speed and human taste. Keep a template for your intros and outros, because while Vizard is great at batching the middle, you still want that consistent branding. Use the calendar view to avoid posting similar content back to back, because even if the AI makes 50 clips, you still want a good content rhythm. If you are used to workflows like the lift and extract tools in Premiere, just think of Vizard as a new layer on top of that existing skill set. You don't need to abandon Premiere for the final creative finish, but you definitely don't need to spend 30 minutes cleaning every single take anymore. It is especially useful if you produce a lot of long-form content and want to feed social channels without sacrificing time you could spend making more content. So yeah, that is how a small workflow tip turned into a bigger one. Stop letting tiny mistakes eat up all of your precious editing time. Keep recording, be human, and let the right tools help you scale your output without burning yourself out in the process. Whether you still do the final polish in Premiere or let Vizard handle the repurposing, the goal is the same: reduce friction and publish more. All right, that is the quick workflow hack for today. And if you have questions about using Vizard alongside your current stack, drop them in the comments. I will break it all down for you, like when to keep using your day W or when to fully outsource your short-form creation to the AI. If you want more workflow tips like this, micro hacks that actually save hours and not just seconds, hit subscribe and I will keep them coming. Thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one.